Item 2.1, I will call the Paris Union High School District Board meeting to order at 2:07 p.m. I'm going to ask for a roll call to determine wow, I cannot talk today. To determine a quorum. Trustee Nelson.
Here.
Trustee Vallejo.
Here.
Trustee Stafford.
Here.
Trustee Campos.
Here.
And myself here. We have established a quorum. Item 3.1, invitation to address the Board of Trustees, closed session items only. Are there any public comments on closed session items?
No public comments.
Thank you. Item 4.1, adjourn to closed session. Do I have a motion to adjourn to closed session?
So moved.
Any discussion? See none, please vote. Item 4.1 passes 5-0. We will be adjourning to closed session at 2:08 p.m. Item 5.1, the regular board meeting of the Paris Union High School District is reconvening at 5:50 p.m. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Place your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Mr. Stafford?
I'd like to ask for a moment of silence for all those people on the East Coast suffering from the hurricane disasters that have occurred. Please think about them and give them a moment of silence, please. Okay, thank you.
Please be seated. Item 7.1, recess. The board president will recess the meeting to conduct the regular board meeting of the California Military Institute Charter School. Do we need a recess? Oh, excuse me, at 5:51 p.m. The regular board meeting of the Paris Union High School District is reconvening at 6:14 p.m. Item 8.1, revision, adoption, ordering of agenda, October 16, 2024. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Hold on, before you vote.
Any discussion?
I believe we have discussion.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Trustee Nelson, and thank you, Trustee Garcia. I would like to remove an item from action item 16.1. I would like to remove discipline case number 008-2425 from the agenda.
You said?
16.1.
All right.
16.1, remove discipline case number 008-2425.
All right. Okay, any more discussion on 8.1? All right, please vote. Item 8.1 passes 5-0. Item 9.1, report out of closed session.
Thank you, Trustee Garcia. In closed session, the Board of Trustees approved one temporary 3 2-year and one permanent student physical education exemption from the 24-25 school year by the following vote. Trustee Garcia, yes. Trustee Campos, yes. Trustee Stafford, yes. Trustee Nelson, yes. And Trustee Vallejo, yes. That would be it.
Thank you. Item 9.2, district update by the superintendent.
Thank you, Trustee Garcia. Let me just... so first item on this update, I would like to invite Ms. Maribel Escobar to present the RAVES Award.
Good evening. President Garcia and Board of Education, thank you so much. I have here's some nominations by Principal Lee Alfred, who is, I believe, out sick, correct? So this is Cindy Ramos, Assistant Principal. And we're going to call up Marta Rocha Puente. And I'm going to read Mr. Alfred's nomination. I am proud to recognize Ms. Marta Puente, our ASB teacher, for her outstanding dedication and commitment to fostering leadership within our student body. Ms. Puente devotes her time and energy to building up the leadership skills of students who may not have previously had the opportunity to lead. She empowers them by providing the freedom and encouragement to express their creativity and take ownership of their projects. Ms. Puente's dedication extends well beyond her contracted hours as she tirelessly pours her passion and effort into the success of every monthly initiative led by her students. Her role as a team player is evident in her support for every staff member, seamlessly incorporating her leadership team to provide assistance across the board. Equally noteworthy is Ms. Puente's infectious demeanor. Her patience, kindness, and welcoming smile each morning radiate positivity, signaling to our entire school community that Paris Lake is a place of happiness and success. For all these reasons, we are deeply grateful for Ms. Puente's contributions to our school and our students. Thank you so much, Mrs. Rocha Puente. So what we usually do here is take a picture of you. Do you have your phone? With the board, usually we have a picture. James, do you want to move? Oh, how do you want to do that? Over there? Oh. Huh? Where are we gonna put, where are we gonna have her go up there? Huh? Somebody, yeah, if you wanna go, okay. Okay. Really? Cindy did it. Thank you, Cindy. Wait, Mr. Bryant, you can't do. And the next one we have is Mr. Bryant, Robert Bryant, so the photographer. Thank you so much. Here you go. Robert Bryant is a Think Together coordinator at Paris Lake. I am honored to recognize Mr. Robert Bryant, our Think Together coordinator, for his exceptional dedication and service to Paris Lake High School. Mr. Bryant is, in every sense, the pulse of our school, or perhaps more fittingly, our Swiss Army knife. He goes far beyond his official role, seamlessly filling in the gaps for our students, ensuring that their needs are met in every area. Whether providing career guidance or leading wellness interventions, Mr. Bryant is always focused on understanding and meeting the unique needs of each student. He is proactive in designing personalized plans for their success and growth, and it's a testament to his impact that many former students return simply to thank him and share how his mentorship has shaped their journey. Mr. Bryant's work is on full display each month as he helps to amplify our students' voices through their contributions to our board presentations. His passion for empowering student leaders and giving them a platform to express themselves is truly commendable, fostering an environment where our students feel heard, valued, and inspired to succeed. Mr. Bryant's dedication to our students, his commitment to their well-being, and his drive to build future leaders make him an invaluable asset to Paris Lake High School and the district as a whole. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, now your turn. Come on, James got this. James got it. I go, James. One more. No, you're gonna take a picture? The other person is not here. Yeah, unfortunately, yes. I could read his statement, but he's not here, so. Joe, you got that. Congratulations. So if it's okay, I'd like to read, because I know sometimes people do listen to the board meetings, and I want to make sure to acknowledge Ivan Lumba. He's a counselor. Unfortunately, he was not able to make it. It is with great honor that I recognize Mr. Ivan Lumba, our school counselor, for his unwavering dedication and exceptional contributions to our school community. Mr. Lumba made a purposeful decision to leave his role at a comprehensive high school to serve our most at-risk students in the district, and we are fortunate to benefit from his passion and commitment. Mr. Lumba plays an instrumental role in shaping our school's culture. He consistently goes above and beyond to ensure that every student feels heard, valued, and has a clear path to success. He approaches challenges with creativity and innovation, establishing resources such as media labs and organizing kickoff to college celebrations that inspire students to dream big and work toward their future goals. One of Mr. Lumba's most significant achievements is the establishment of the Paris Equity Education Center, which has quickly become a cornerstone of our school. This center provides a supportive environment for academic assistance, wellness, and career guidance. Students frequently visit the PEEC Center simply to be peace, I guess, yeah, peace, thank you, Cindy, Mr. Ramos said Peace Center, simply to be in the positive, nurturing space that Mr. Lumba has created, a testament to his ability to foster an inclusive and encouraging environment. Mr. Lumba is truly a valuable asset, not only to our school, but to the entire district. His dedication to supporting our students, uplifting their voices, and providing innovative pathways to success is commendable and deserves to be recognized. Thank you, Mr. Lumba, even though you're not here. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Item 9.3, student representatives to the Board of Trustees.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. President. I just want to continue with the, with the update for the superintendent. Thank you. I just want to share with you all that Paris Junior High School, we have a wonderful group representing us at the Equity Conference, Riverside County Office of Education Equity Conference in Palm Springs. And one of the things that I learned summarizing besides the other wonderful ideas and strategies to support our students through equity is, first of all, the most essential and basic question: what is equity? Well, we can summarize it as equity is meeting our students where they are. Meeting our students where they are. We need to know where they are first, right, in order to meet them there. Once we know where they are, we need to know how we are going to meet them there, why we want to meet them there, and how we are going to meet them there. And the second question, something that I shared last week during the professional development, is that equity is not what we do. Equity is who we are. It's our essence. It's ourselves. When we transfer that into any action that we take when we are working with our students. So 2 powerful thoughts that I will never forget because they were very ingrained in my mind with a wonderful presentation. So I can summarize those 2 things that I got from that conference. I also want to share with you, I attended 2 Students of the Month ceremonies. Thank you to Sarah, thank you to Ms. Fetzner also for helping with the process. It's a wonderful experience recognizing our Students of the Month. I was also at Paris Elementary, Red Ribbon Cutting. Another item that I want to share with you, I'm a member of the Southwest Riverside Higher Education Coalition, and I know Ms. Vallejo also is a member. The West Riverside Higher Education Coalition is an organization that has analyzed the need for another campus of higher education in our area to be placed in Temecula. Mountain San Jacinto has a building there, bought the building, and there is the possibility to have a satellite from Cal State San Marcos coming to our area, so our students can benefit from there. We here at Paris Union, we are supporting our students with a dual enrollment, where our students can receive high school credit and college credit at the same time. One of my goals, and our goals as an educators, and I know that the board supports this, is eventually we increase the opportunities for our students so they can graduate with their high school diploma and the AA. So they can go to Cal State San Marcos. Also, we have another options, right? UCR and some other options, but this is closer, right? It's closer. It's here in our backyard. We can say very close to us. They don't have to travel all that way, right, to all the way to San Marcos. And we are making a fundraisers and different activities in order to raise the money to be able to support. And you are going to be hearing here, and I hope I count with the support of our board members to approve a resolution to support this wonderful project that is going to benefit our students. A little quick, excellent collaboration with our both associations through our Classified Relations Committee and the Paris Relations Committee. I'm really glad to see that commitment to do what is right to the benefit of our students and our staff, right? We are a team working on this. I attended a DILAC meeting, the District English Language Advisory Committee. It was really nice to be there, even though it was online, but I was able to interact with some parents and listen to what they were sharing and their concerns. Dr. Tejeda, well, I know that we have excellent administrators, and one sample of that is Dr. Tejeda. I just want to share with you that we are very proud that Dr. Tejeda is, during this week, that's why she is not here, because she is at the White House, is a potential nominee for National High School of the Year. She was last year the State High School of the Year, 2024. So even though she's not here, I want to acknowledge this because we are very proud of all of our administrators, and this is one sample, right, of the quality, of the level that we have in our administrators. Dr. Tejeda is a high school principal of Liberty High School. I have the opportunity to attend Kickoff to College at Paris Lake. I know I was have the opportunity to talk with several students. One of them interviewed me. I know I interviewed also Ms. Vallejo, and one of our members here in our audience also was interviewed. So it was an excellent opportunity. Great job for organizing this at Paris Lake High School. Another thing that I want to share with you, I have the opportunity to meet with Congressman Takano, and we consider one of the things on how potentially we can get support for the potential expansion of CMI. So we are in conversations there with Congressman Takano. I visited several school sites. We have a lunch and breakfast. Trustee Stafford was with me at Heritage High School. Thank you, Nutrition Services. We wanted to eat what our students eat also, right? And it was a really good lunch. And at Paris High School, I attended for breakfast. So I have the experience to eat what our students are doing, plus having the opportunity to interact with them. Right. So it was a really nice experience. And lastly but not least, I just want to say thank you to all the administrators, our teachers, our presenters who participated in last year wonderful professional development on Thursday and Friday. It was a great experience. There were a lot of sessions, and I know that this took a lot of effort. Thank you, Ms. Rains. Thank you, Dr. Cajon, Diane, Ken, Kindy, Ms. Anna Fetzner, Sarah, all our staff here at the district office for doing such a wonderful job. I know that it was a lot of work, but it was worth it to support our educators with this wonderful professional development. Thank you. That was it, Mr. President.
Thank you. Item 9.3, student representatives to the Board of Trustees.
Okay, I think that's me again. From Heritage High School, student representatives, Representative Taylor Grunder.
Good evening, members of the board, Dr. Arouse, and members of the cabinet. My name is Taylor Grunder, and I'm excited to talk to you about the events and things that have been going on around my campus. Just a couple of weeks ago, we hosted our senior parking spot painting where we had about 30 seniors show up to paint their parking spots. Shout out to all of those families that showed up to help out their students, as it was a nice family bonding time for many of them. We recently had our senior nights for girls volleyball, boys water polo, and girls golf. Two of the events were spotlight games. Spotlight games are something new that ASB is utilizing. Good evening, members of the board, Dr. Arouse, and members of the cabinet. My name is Taylor Grunder, and I'm excited to talk to you about the events and things that have been going on around my campus. Just a couple of weeks ago, we hosted our senior parking spot painting where we had about 30 seniors show up to paint their parking spots. Shout out to all of those families that showed up to help out their students, as it was a nice family bonding time for many of them. We recently had our senior nights for girls volleyball, boys water polo, and girls golf. Two of the events were spotlight games. Spotlight games are something new that ASB is utilizing to ultimately receive more participation for sports that don't normally receive that attention. Our girls volleyball game was packed and filled with energy and spirit. The girls won their game, showcasing their wonderful talents. The boys water polo game was full of people all around, and they went through a long, hard battle during their game. The girls golf team took a win against Arlington High School, and they took second place in a very successful senior night with spotlights towards our seniors for all they have done throughout their years as a Patriot. Last week was the SoCal Fair, and we had students from our campus placing in multiple areas. Our FFA brought home 1st through 7th place in the novice swine showmanship. With taking 1st place, Winter Gale went on to compete and win the Masters, being top show amongst all categories against all other schools. Congrats, FFA. Our advanced photography students submitted work and placed 1st through 3rd in multiple categories. Here's a showcase of those who placed 1st from Cassie Glenn, Blake Grimmett, Mia Roscoe, Rosalina Venezuela, Iris Carrizo Chavez. Congratulations to all of the photography students that were showcased at the fair. We had two students from our recent Student of the Month, Kaya Vinslike and Riley Madlong Bayan. Kaya is a 4-year-long avid student who is starting varsity volleyball and sitting at a 4.3 GPA. Riley is also a 4-year avid student who is lead in robotics and engineering and sitting at a 4.25 GPA. Thank you for all that you do for Heritage. Here are a few of our upcoming events. Homecoming begins 10/18, Club Picture Day is 10/22, Fall Play begins 10/24, Fall Festival and Haunted House 10/30, Senior Night for Football, Cheer, and Band 11/1, and Green Hand Officer Meeting 11/6. This concludes our presentation. Thank you so much for the continued support of what we do here at Heritage, and thank you for your time.
Oh, goodness. I'd like to introduce Liberty High School Student Representative Philip, is it Chu? Jeremy Maliabo? And Alina Zavala. Or Malabo, sorry.
Good evening, members of the board, Dr. Rao, and the cabinet. I'm Alina.
I'm Jeremy.
And I'm Phil.
And this is our October
Liberty Recap.
So first up for this month, we have our Student of the Month, Haley Kitzrow. Haley was nominated for October Student of the Month as one of our ASB student representatives. She's an amazing leader on campus with a loud personality, and she's also one of our main photographers here at Liberty.
So on October 4th, we had our first fall pep rally, and it went very amazing. There was a lot of decorations and posters, we had student and staff games, and we had many clubs and sports participating, showing off their school pride.
On October 4th, Liberty had its first homecoming game. The theme was Lights Out, as students were able to enjoy the football game, as well as our homecoming royalty gets crowned.
On October 9th, we had our annual kickoff to college day. Our LHS students prepared for college by doing various activities. So seniors prepared to fill out college applications and FAFSA, while our other grades learned about digital citizenship and responsibility. And for this month's upcoming events,
We have the Fall Play on October 18th,
Senior Panoramic on October 21st,
the Fall Festival on October 23rd.
and a Spirit Week from October 28th to November 1st. And as always,
Have a great day.
go Bison!
Trustee Stafford.
I'd like to introduce from Paloma Valley High School, Student Representative Hannah Ruff.
Hello again, Paris Union School Board. I'm Hannah Ruff, back again with all the exciting events held in Wildcat Country this past month. Starting off in September, we had two of our most exciting football games. First, it was our neon-themed football game, where students showed up in their brightest colors to help cheer on the team. This event really shined a light on how Wildcats come together supporting our sports teams, and the student section looked absolutely amazing. The week after, the Maroon Platoon traveled to Heritage High School for the annual Menifee Bowl. The crowd was loud, energetic, and our Wildcats had an outstanding win for the third year in a row. We are so proud of our football team. As we moved into October, we congratulated our Student of the Month, Senior Evan Jackson. Great job, Evan. Next, we had our homecoming pep rally. Here, we got students hyped up for the upcoming game and dance by having excellent performances from various dance teams. Next, we had our homecoming pep rally. Here, we got students hyped up for the upcoming game and dance by having excellent performances from various dance teams. It was super fun, and Wildcats in the stands were loud and everyone had a blast. Speaking of homecoming, a few days after the pep rally, we had our whiteout homecoming football game and our homecoming dance. There was a spectacular turnout for both events. At the game, the Wildcats rallied in the stands for the victory, and the next night danced the night away at homecoming, along with playing fun games, hanging out with their friends, and taking pictures to capture the memories they made. In sports, our girls volleyball team is going strong with the two record-setting performances from Laura Martinez and Grace Leesmeyer. Keep it up, Lady Wildcats. Paloma Valley High School never fails in its efforts to make the school a fun and safe place to be. For Paloma Valley ASB, I'm Hannah Ruff, and I'll see you next month.
I would like to introduce Paris High School student representatives Linda Corrales and Gladys Sandoval.
Good afternoon, Paris Union Board and staff. My name is Gladys, and I'm the ASB president.
And I'm Linda. I'm the Junior Commissioner of Spirit, and today we'll be talking about the September and October highlights. September 19, we had a Party in the USA themed football game.
Our Panthers swept Haruba Valley with a victory of 41-0.
We had a great outcome, and we even made it to the National Student Section page.
Our Panthers showed so much spirit and had so much fun with the USA themed powder. On September 27th, we held our unified volleyball tournament along with Paloma and Heritage High School. Our Panthers really enjoyed all of the fun decorations and the support that came from all our students.
In honor of Hispanic Heritage Month, our very own Paris Folklorico team performed during both lunches in order to celebrate our very own beautiful culture. To kick off the first week of October, we had our Homecoming Spirit Week, the theme this year being Haunted Hoko, so we could really feel the spooky vibes and a lot of the school spirit.
At our homecoming pep rally, we showcased all our fall sports and even enjoyed performances from our very own Baile Folklorico, Claus team, our cheerleading team, and even our band.
Later on that night, we had our home league opener against the Lakeside Lancers, and we'd like to congratulate our Panthers for bringing home the victory of 48-30.
Held our annual homecoming parade, where we showcased all our fall sports, clubs, and programs. We also announced our homecoming king and queen. Our very own Linku president, Diego Hermosillo, was elected homecoming king, while Lizbeth Melendres was elected queen.
You can't have homecoming without a homecoming dance.
No, you can't.
On Saturday night, we had our homecoming dance where we had a DJ from 99.1 KGGI, an inflatable obstacle course, and an ice cream truck.
Our Panthers really enjoyed all the fun food and festivities, and we could see that they had so much fun.
We would like to congratulate our Student of the Month, Angelo Duran.
For all his hard work and dedication to Paris High.
And that is our recap for the month of September and October.
Thank you guys for watching.
And see you next time.
Bye.
I'd like to introduce from Paris Lake High School, Student Representative Nia Salazar.
At Paris Lake every day, where the sun just loves to play. Teachers guide you on your way to a brighter kind of day. Workforce dreams we all embrace, future paths we're gonna chase. Counselors in every space, helping us to find our place.
Welcome to Paris Lake. I am Nia Salazar, a Paris Lake leader and October Student of the Month. Take a look at our Kickoff to Careers celebration, encouraging students to look up to their future.
Paris Lake, we on the flame. Podcast chats that make us grow, sharing stories, highs and lows. Admin team, they truly show that they care about our flow. Opportunity so bright, great teachers bringing light. In every single fight, they stand up for what is right. Everybody knows your name.
Hey, Paris Lake Falcons. Today I'm interviewing the mayor. So how are you feeling about the atmosphere here right now today?
You know, I just came out of the Career Center. What a great center that is.
Yeah.
The color pattern, you walk in there, you had this really cool, calm effect. I could hang out there. And a hot day like this, that'd be great. But you know what? The atmosphere all around here, the vibes from all the students is simply wonderful.
Hello, my name is Elizabeth Vallejo, and I am a board member for the Paris Union High School District.
If you had any advice for today's seniors and juniors, what would you tell them?
Well, my advice to seniors and juniors would be, once you decide what you want to be the best that you can be. When you select what you want to do after high school, either a technical career or pursuing a college education, select something that you enjoy, something that you like. This way, Jan, you will never have to work.
Thank you for watching. I'm Nia Salazar, October Student of the Month, and I'm going to challenge you to dare to lead.
It's a family just the same.
I'd like to introduce Pinacati Middle School student reps Naomi Martin and Stella Polarena.
Good evening, members of the board and Superintendent Dr. Arao. My name is Naomi and I'm your ASB student rep for Pinacati Middle School.
My name is Sella and I'm your ASB student rep. We are here to report what's been happening at Pinacati Middle School over the past few weeks.
September flew by. ASB and Club Live held our annual Puma Fiesta after school. Our new student club, Latino Student Union, made a lot of money by selling aguas frescas and other snacks at the dance. It was a really fun and free event for our students.
Our next scheduled event is the Halloween lunchtime dance.
Girls volleyball is doing really well and we hope to have a big crowd to support tomorrow's pink out game.
Wednesday, October 16th will be the first football game. Help us make some noise and we hope... Wednesday, October 16th will be our first home football game. Help us bring the noise and support our team.
We're in the middle of our October Spirit Week and hope to see everyone participate. Thank you for watching and stay tuned.
Wednesday, October 16th will be our first home football game. Help us bring the noise and support our team.
We're in the middle of our October Spirit Week and hope to see everyone participate. Thank you for watching and stay tuned.
Item 9.4, CSA President Helen Steinmack.
Good evening, President Garcia, members of the board, Superintendent Dr. Rao, and Cabinet. Well, it's only the middle of the month, and I feel like I've worked an entire month already. Between meetings for CRC, negotiations, and the professional development days, I wonder how we all get the regular day-to-day operations done, but we do. With that being said, I need to give a huge shout out to Candace for making probably the best professional development days ever. We are in the process of gathering data and feedback from all participants. Mostly, I've been hearing about what great sessions we had. The in-house trainers, other providers, delicious food from various truck vendors, and an amazing keynote from our new superintendent. Thanks to Emil, the PROACT certification training was offered to over 200 of our paraeducators. Professional Assault Crisis Training, also known as PROACT, is student-centered that teaches skills and provides our staff with the tools to engage with students in positive ways, creating a safer workspace for everyone. Our educators learn to choose right safety, de-escalation, and non-restraint culture techniques. Emil is already looking at alternative environments for this training, as a gym is great for hands-on of the training, but the bleachers are not very comfortable for long periods of time. We look forward to having our campus supervisors receive this valuable PROACT training in the spring as well. With these professional development days in our rearview mirror now, we look forward to what is coming next for us. Candace has surely set the bar high, which is a testament to her dedication and service to all educators at PUHSD. I'd also like to give a special thank you to Maribel for assuming the role of interim assistant superintendent and keeping us on track and informed during this time of transition. She's been a great support to our classified educators while juggling 2 positions. Thank you, Maribel, for your dedication and your service to us all. We are still in reopeners for the 24-25 on Articles 9, hours and overtime, and Article 10, pay and allowances. We are excited for the board to approve Article 11 on health and welfare changes tonight, and hopefully tomorrow to make headway in negotiations on the other 2 articles. Our successor contract is right around the corner, so we need to work diligently and efficiently with the districts to finalize the articles that are still open. We always like to lead with the good before having to discuss the harder issues. We still haven't had the opportunity to discuss the elimination of positions due to retirement or promotion. We had 19 classified educators retire this past June, and to date, I believe 3 positions have not been filled, or we have had the chance to discuss the effects of losing those positions. As our district gets bigger and workloads continue to increase, we are discovering that on many occasions, administrators help by filling in those voids. Although we may appreciate the help of admin, it doesn't negate that we are allowing administrators to do classified work while being paid at much higher salaries. Please help us by allowing us to do our jobs and fill positions that help and support everyone in our district. Finally, we've been in discussions with the district to bring forth communication to our educators regarding morale. We look forward to this survey so that we can assess the data and make necessary changes to uplift our educators and make them feel valued and affirmed. There's nothing like coming to work, giving 100%, and leaving each day looking forward to the next one. That is the PUHSD and the superintendent standard and the way we should all want to be. I'm hopeful with direction and guidance, we can attain these goals. Today, October 16th, is Bosses Day. We hope you enjoyed your day, and we truly appreciate your leadership. Educators change lives. Thank you.
Item 9.5, PSCA President Jason Miller.
Thank you. PSCA has
ease back into a process of collaboration with PUHSD, as Dr. Arau has taken up the immense job of becoming our new superintendent. We had our first PRC in over a year just this last month with a renewed sense of working together. I can think of several problems that have already been solved that possibly could have led to grievances and unfair labor practices. For our part, we are not of the feeling that there should be a rush to grievances or unfair labor practices, with the exception of what timelines allow for. There was a lot of cleanup from last year that Dr. Rao is having to engage in, but he is fitting the role quite well. I am particularly impressed that he has a vision and structure through his pillars and systems to hold up the district. We had district professional development this last week, and our PSEA members generally had positive reviews of this. In the last several years, PSEA members were really feeling like the professional development was poorly planned and executed, and the term I heard quite a bit from years past is that they were not useful. I have not really heard that this year. This year was different. Joe Williams had told us some ideas for getting professional development back on track right before and then when he became interim superintendent. These innovative ideas included bringing back different session options and choices for most certificated staff, having teachers and employees run some of the professional development, having one day for all district for all district PD, and one day for site PD for site-specific needs, including ideas of doing PD well and not trying to emphasize PD with some overpriced celebrity consultant group or program. The 24-25 PD emphasized getting back to basics with quality over quantity, rather than some cabinet members saying, ooh, guess who we got to speak this year? I also want to give a shout out to one of our own for PSEA for professional development, Donna Good, a PSEA executive board member who serves as our director of ethnicity and LGBTQ, ran an amazing session on AI in the classroom. Some people even wanted to take it twice. Donna literally made a PowerPoint, assessment, summary, activity, and worksheet for an article in under 10 minutes. I know that I personally will be using this, and I am so glad the PD was the most useful PD for our members since we have come back from the pandemic. Thank you for this time to speak.
Okay, before we continue with the next item, I don't know if you remember last month in my first board meeting, I made a mistake when I was going to read the report of out of closed session when it was for CMI, right? And it was the regular board meeting. And today I was so happy that I said, oh, I passed this one, no mistake at all. But then I need to report back to you that I make another mistake on my second board meeting. I acknowledge all of you, all of our staff who participated in the wonderful professional development. But there was this staff member who played a key role in mostly directly with me, because I was receiving the schedules, the map, the time that I was going to be at this site, or I was going to be on the other one. He guided me throughout the process, and my most sincere apologies, sir, Mr. Charles Tippy. I didn't mention your name, and I'm recognizing that, but I want to do it in this case. Just you. Thank you so much for the wonderful job that you did, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President, for the opportunity to make this mistake right.
Thank you. Item 10.1, invitation to address the Board of Trustees on non-agendized items. Are there any public comments on non-agendized items?
No public comments.
Thank you. Item 11.1, consent calendar, approval of consent calendar items. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? See none, please vote. Item 11.1 passes 5-0. Item 12.1, nutrition services update. Audrey Mitchell and Rick Linzalato will provide a presentation. I apologize if I butchered your name.
Good evening, Board President Mr. Garcia, members of the board, Superintendent Dr. Arau, members of Cabinet. It's been a really long time since we've been up here. I see Mr. Nelson shaking his head. I think it's been about 3 years since we've been up here. Obviously, you guys know Rick Lancelot, our field supervisor, so we're happy to give you guys a presentation tonight, and I guess we'll get us started. I'd love to use a clicker. I'm kind of bad. You know what? You just do it. That's probably better. Last time I was really bad at it. Okay, so like I mentioned, it's been a while since we've actually done a board presentation for you guys. Going all the way back to 2019, so a lot has changed since 2019. Once we went into COVID of 2020 through 2022, the CDE released some meal waivers for COVID-19. I think you guys all remember we did grab and go style during that time. All the meals were free, right? Our staff, we wouldn't be here today without our amazing staff, our nutrition service assistants, our leads. They kill it every single day. They are amazing, hardworking individuals. They were out there 3 days a week doing grab and go meals. And we were doing free breakfast and lunch at that time. In 2021, 2022, it was too hard to kind of go back to going back to paid meals, so California passed a bill for universal free meals. That bill was not implemented until the 22-23 school year, where that was the first school year all students received free breakfast and free lunch. So as you can see, a lot has changed since, I could say, 2019, because back then we used to have free, reduced, and paid meals. Now all students are 100% free. No students pay for breakfast and no students pay for lunch. So obviously a huge improvement since 2019. So COVID did change a lot since then. You guys are probably wondering, we no longer collect meal applications. I know that was a huge thing back in the day. A lot of families used to submit meal applications. Families would get denied. Students would have to pay for their meals. So a lot of meal shaming at that time, right? So we no longer collect meal applications and we no longer have to go through that process. However, we do collect alternative income forms. So I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with that, but they're also called educational benefit forms. A lot of the information that's collected on those forms are household size and household incomes. So that information is still needed to be collected to determine our free and reduced percentages. So the free and reduced percentage, like it states up there, is one component of the unduplicated pupil percentage. So that information is still collected yearly, and it's collected online through our registration process on Infinite Campus. Next slide. So we obviously have some nutritional guidelines that are required by the USDA, and this is kind of where our restrictions come into place, right? So we do have a lot of restrictions that we have to follow in order to give our meals to our students. So meats and meats alternatives, so we could do chicken, we could do beef, we could do soy, cheese, beans, anything like that. It's 10 to 12 ounces per day. Whole grains, also known as carbs, right? So our whole grains and carbs, right? A lot of people call them carbs, we call them whole grains. 80% of our menu must be whole grain rich, right? So that's our wheat tortillas, our wheat bread. So Nutrition Services has come a long way with whole grain product now, and actually that whole grain items, our whole grain hamburger buns, tortillas, those things all taste amazing. Our students still absolutely love them. Fruits and vegetables, so in order for a student to get a reimbursable meal, this is a big thing for everybody. A lot of people don't understand this, right? Students have to take a fruit or a vegetable. If you came in to get a lunch from us, our NSAs probably told you, hey, don't forget your fruit or vegetable. Technically, as an adult, you don't have to because you guys aren't reimbursable, you guys are paying. But in order for a student to come through our line, they have to get a fruit or they have to get a vegetable. We can't let them walk past us unless they grab that item. We do provide a variety of fruits and vegetables every day. Sodium, we are restricted to less than 1,280 milligrams over a week. So that averages over one whole week. And if you look at that sodium content, that is very low for what we serve. All right. Trans fat, zero trans fat, except for those that are naturally occurring, and then fluid milk. So we provide low fat or fat-free milk. Flavored is usually chocolate. The kids go crazy over strawberry, but chocolate is the number one. And then milk is optional. So they don't have to take the milk, but they do have to take the fruit or the vegetable. So last year alone, like I said, our NSAs, I truly applaud them. They are the best around. They kill it every single day. We serve about 62 to 7,000 meals a day. These are just numbers from last year alone. So 440,000 breakfasts and almost 1.1 million lunches. So a total of 1.5 million meals last school year alone. Excuse me. This year, we actually are, I think we're at a 7% increase, close to a 7% increase from where we were last year. So we try to stay up with trends and what's being served over at the fast food restaurant, you know. Kids like to see ramen, they like to see fried chicken, they like to see Raising Cane stuff. So those are the things that we like to put on the menu because we know the kids will come in and the kids like it, right? So, yes. In 22-23, we received some KIT funds, and with these funds, we were able to receive $778,000 of funds. We were able to use this on new equipment to help bring in more students, serve obviously more meals. So we got speed lines, we got ovens, warmers, mobile food courts, point of sales. We replaced Paloma Valley's 30-year-old walk-in refrigerator with a brand new one. We had that replaced in 3 weeks during summer. It was amazing to see. Electric carts, we got a van, we got vending machines, we got environmental graphics, and we added new positions to our department. So as you can see, some of the pictures in this slide, the picture, my left, your guys' left, CMI environmental graphics. If you guys have ever walked into CMI's cafeteria, it was very outdated. It was very bland and boring. The tabletops were not heated, they weren't cold or anything like that. So we replaced all the tabletops with drop-in units. So as the students came in, they walked in, they grabbed their hot items or grabbed their cold items. We also put graphics along the wall, so it kind of made it more vibrant, colorful, warming, and obviously inviting for the students. We also did the same thing over at Heritage. So if you guys have been to Heritage, if you guys have seen all the graphics on the wall, that was just done like 3 months ago. So yeah, we upgraded those. The vending machines that you guys see in the pictures, if you guys have the snacks on your tables right in front of you guys, those are a la carte items. Those are whole grain products, low sugar. The chocolate cookies are amazing. They're 200 calories. Those are a la carte items. Those are sold in the vending machines, or those are sold from windows at our cafeterias. And those are optional. Those are just items that students can buy. And then there's the pictures of the walk-in cooler over at Paloma. Amazing. Never seen something like it before. Every year, we also do an annual student survey. So the student survey goes out to all the students. We keep it open for a few weeks. And we ask them a few questions. What do they like to see? What do they want removed? What school site do they attend? And we get some great feedback. We really do. And we use that to help us progress our menu. So a lot of the times, like just this recent survey we put out, the kids love pasta. They love macaroni and cheese. They love Alfredo. They love spaghetti. So we actually moved into a rotini pasta, which we just started this week. On Monday, the 21st, we're actually introducing a new chicken ramen bowl. So we've been testing it for, it feels like forever now, but like 3 weeks. It's amazing. I thought it was great. I eat in the cafeteria almost every day. I may be biased. But this is kind of how we collect our information. Obviously, we are data people too. We want to know what the students think. Obviously, there's 11,000 students out there. We don't have 11,000 students that come and take the survey, but we have a good percentage that do and that are very vocal about what they want to see. And those are the ones that, you know, we listen to, and they help drive our menu forward. So it's very cool. And we also use this information for our wellness program as well. Right.
Great. Thank you, Audrey. A question that recently came up was about how we procure our fresh produce, fruits and vegetables. And one of the programs that we use is the DoD funds. And this is the USDA Department of Defense Fresh Fruit and Vegetable Program, which allows us to use entitlement dollars to buy fresh produce. Many of these options that we get each month, each week, are actually from local California farms. And on the next slide, we'll see an example listed. Quite a few farms there, just a small percentage of what we get: cherry and grape tomatoes, strawberries, nectarines, carrots, apples, broccoli, plums, and spinach. Other items which are not listed up there are lettuce mix, cauliflower sometimes, so quite a few that we get from our local farms here in California. Slide, please. One of the things that we're really proud of in nutrition services is our freshly prepared meals. And what we use to prepare our meals is speed scratch cooking. Speed scratch cooking is a method of preparing meals that uses a combination of ready-made ingredients and fresh ingredients. Something else we're really proud of is 80% of our menu is produced speed scratch. So that reduces the amount of individually wrapped prepared items, like you see, like frozen burritos, items like that. They have their place, but we keep it very minimal. Again, like Audrey had mentioned, our survey, we take that information and utilize that to produce the meals, the items that the students want. Another proud accomplishment is only 1/3 of schools in California utilize speed scratch. So we're in a very small percentage, doing a good thing. Speed scratch also allows for a greater variety of menu items, again, which appeals to the students, and we're able to produce fresher menu items which are more nutritious, and students enjoy making sure that they do eat breakfast and lunch every day, which can be a problem sometimes, but we're good at that. Next slide, please. Here is a version of our menu. So breakfast items daily, we serve a variety of cereals. We have mini donuts, Pop-Tarts, some different flavored muffins, loaves. Specials that we like to incorporate every day as well too is we have a breakfast bowl with tater tots. It's scrambled eggs, cheddar cheese, and the tater tots. We also have a breakfast croissant sandwich, maple biscuit sandwich, stuffed hash brown with French toast sticks. Our lunch, Monday, chicken ramen, which Audrey had mentioned a few minutes ago. I'm not going to go through every item, but you can see we have our specials there. Tuesday, we have our rotini pasta, spicy tender box, which is very similar to Raising Cane's. Wednesday, we have our walking nacho bowl. Thursday, we have our Asian boneless wings with the fried rice. We also have our carne asada loaded baked potato. And Friday, we have our chicken wings of fire, which the students just can't get enough of. And again, our fresh fruits and vegetables that we serve every day with our milk choices. On the next slide, there's some examples. On the left there is a picture of a variety of fruits and vegetables daily. Daily, that's what we have out for the students. Quite a vast selection. Keep it fresh. That way, keep them coming back, wanting more. Picture of our freshly prepared sub sandwiches, parfaits, our everything bagel sandwich, and then our hot food sample there, the Nashville chicken sandwich and the pepperoni pizza. Now, another question that comes up is, what do we do with the extra food? So first of all, we study our menu production. We review it quite intensely. This way, our sites are not overproducing food. There's always going to be a little bit produced and ensure that all students are fed and that we offer a variety. But if we see a trend where too much is produced, we do work with them and reduce that down. So one of the great things is a share table that California allows, and that's a picture of it on the right. As Audrey mentioned before, students are required to take a half cup of fruit or vegetable. Other items they may not want, chips that go with an entree. We have the share table where the students can go ahead and drop it in there, and this allows other students to come by and pick it up. And they can take it home, they can enjoy it later. In case they're hungry, they have many options to have extra food during the day. Entrees that are left over, what we'll do with those is freeze them, and once a week, local churches, food banks, donation centers will come and pick them up, and they use them for the needy. So, very little waste. Thank you for your time this evening.
No.
So pretty much everything, not pretty much a little bit, but everything everything. That whole spread that you guys had is everything that we have on our menu. So those bone-in wings, if we could serve those every day, trust me, the kids would love them. Then there was the mango habanero boneless wings, the fried rice. Just need to add some soy sauce to that, spice it up a little bit. And then the parfaits, the sandwiches, the salads, the bagel sandwiches. We could have put a lot more out there, but yes. And then I think that was all we had.
The loaded baked potato.
Oh,
with the
loaded baked
carne
potato.
asada.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's the other weird thing is the kids love the potato. They were so ecstatic when we had the potato. So yes. Yeah.
Just one question. When are we eating the ramen chicken ball?
We
The
will
first
see you
time?
Monday
For the first
at
time on
Heritage High
Monday?
School. Yeah.
Okay, all right, thank
See you
you.
around Monday.
Monday. Okay.
First of all, I want to thank you because everything you did provide for us was delicious. And I know last month I made a comment about how are we possibly finding healthier options. For me, it's processed foods, right? And I'm hearing what you're saying, but are we constantly seeking ways to get less processed foods to our kids? Because, the other thing that really hurts my feelings is we're talking about all these carbs for the kids. How do we pull away from that, or is that just a mandate?
So the carbs, whole grains are a requirement. So it's part of the meal component in order for us to get the full reimbursement from the California Department of Education and USDA guidelines. The grain carb is a requirement. So even if a student were to take a salad, for example, 0 carbs, right? 0 whole grains to go along with that. We actually have to serve like a bag of tortilla chips with it in order to meet the grain requirement. So the sad thing about that is a lot of kids will take the salad, right? Knowing that they're going to get the chips, and do you know what they do with the salad? Yeah, exactly. Or they'll put it in the share bin. So it is difficult with the students because there's a fine line of what do we want to serve that the kids are really going to like as it relates to a whole grain and a carb. Getting away from the processed food, which obviously, you know, Rick's background is a chef. I'm a registered dietitian, so I'm more medical field. He's more culinary. So we 100% agree with that. And that's why we have been working really hard since COVID to provide more speed scratch items because of the fact that everything from COVID was grab and go. Everything was heat and serve. Everything was tossed in the microwave and you know, walk away and eat it later. Here it's pretty much, we wanted to do everything fresh, limit the amount of individually wrapped items on our menu, and limit the amount of processed food. Of course, we're still gonna be getting in some of our chicken tenders and potatoes and pizza and stuff like that, but we also have to speak to the students as well. And we can't pull everything like that off the menu, but we are definitely working in that direction.
So you're saying it's a mandate, so this means it's a law?
Yes.
Okay, so do we need to talk to our congressmen, assemblymen, women? Who do we talk to start working on that? Because I think, you know, we're in a time where a lot of us are overweight, including myself, obviously. I'm just saying, how do we address it? What politicians, how does that work?
Which is a great question because we actually have a group of school nutrition professionals who actually go up to Sacramento and who fight for some of these regulations and fight for these mandates and fight against them is what I mean, right? Because it's very restrictive. It's very restrictive on us. We see a lot of food waste. We're talking about high school students. We're talking about middle school students that they don't necessarily want those items, right? So we have a lot of people that, especially in Southern California, that are going up to Sacramento when they have these meetings, and they're very vocal about what it's doing to us in nutrition services. But I can definitely give you a lot more information as it relates to, you know, who's going up there, when they go up, when they meet, and everything like that.
Well, I guess I'd like to be on the record being one of the first, if not starting this movement, but I would like to say our board is very supportive, and I would like to advocate however I can. Even if I have to go up and lobby, I'm willing to do that because I think we need to bring that change.
And I can give you a lot of information.
Please.
I'll definitely send you that.
Thank you very much. Thank you, guys. Any other questions for him?
You know what, I just kind of want to piggyback and thank you guys for what you're doing. I mean, when I was looking at when I saw the presentation of what we had and tried it, you know, it was really great. And when I was looking at the pictures of the vibrant colors within the fruit, and that's one of those things that I think, you know, when you're a kid, you make all kinds of crazy choices. But I think the fact that this is a great start. It's a great start that you guys are thinking about it, you know, what they're putting into their bodies. And kids today actually probably are more conscious of what they put into their bodies. They all lift weights. They all, you know, they're all kind of fit. And I don't know if that's a whole social media thing just because of the whole awareness of everything. But, I mean, thank you guys for what you're doing. I think this is awesome. It's a great start, you know. I know when I first started teaching in Hawthorne, they did a potato and a salad bar. And it was a huge hit. And it was because one of those, the kids are kind of tired of the brick pizza and the this and the that. And it was good. You see the different colors and the kids, it was just fresh fruit, fresh salad, all that kind of stuff is great and it's different. So thank you guys for doing it. I mean, I just think the presentation was great. We appreciate everything that you guys do. So
Thank you. And to add on to your comment, as a chef, it's very important we eat with our eyes. So just like you said, it's very colorful, it's presentable, looks nice. Of course, has to taste good. That follow through, and that's one of the things that Audrey and I focus on heavily, is the presentation of the sites.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item 13.1, General Functions, Williams Settlement Quarterly Uniform Complaint Report Summary for July through September 2024. 13.2, Discipline, September 2024 Monthly Suspension Report. Action items, 14.1, General Functions, Resolution Number 824-25, a resolution of the Paris Union High School District located in Paris, California, supporting the need for expanded public higher education institutions within southwestern Riverside County and funding for the cost of tenant improvements to create an expanded presence for California State University San Marcos at the Mount San Jacinto College campus in Temecula Valley. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? See none, please vote. Item 14.1 passes 5-0. Congratulations. 14.2, Personnel, Certificated Personnel Action Items. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Any discussion? See none, please vote. Fourteen point two passes 5-0. 14.3, Personnel, Classified Personnel Action Items. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Who was the second? Dave. Okay, Steve. Any discussion? See none, please vote. Fourteen point three passes 5-0. Item 14.4, Personnel, Consideration Approval of Amendment to Employment Agreement for District Superintendent. Do I have a motion?
so moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
I just want to clarify that this is just an agreement, it's not his contract?
Yes, excellent question, and I was going to make the comment. It is an, I'm sorry, an amendment to my contract because the original contract said that I was going to work during the 24-25 school year, just like that. But we need the number of days. So we are including the number of days, that is 220. Yeah, okay.
Any more discussion? See none, please vote. Item 14.4 passes 5-0. 14.5, Personnel, Consideration Approval of Amendment to Employment Agreement for Assistant Superintendent, Innovation and Technology Services. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Let me make a comment.
Yes.
Okay. In this one for Mr. Williams, it said the number of days, working days, but it said 221. So we are putting is 220. So that's the amendment is from 221 to 220.
Any more discussion?
Well, you didn't want to work that extra day for free?
I'll just give it to you. Okay. Any more discussion? See none, please vote. 14.5 passes 5-0. 14.6, personnel consideration, approval of employment agreement for Chief Human Resource Officer. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
We do have one public comment.
So I was about to ask you, one
It's
moment.
Jonathan Belloso.
One moment. So I'm going to read what we normally read before, and before we have any speakers come up, I do ask that everyone's respectful and respectful of time. When the marker reaches 15 seconds, be in consideration of your time limit. I don't want them to have to shut down the microphone, but usually if you're respectful, we'll give you a few extra seconds. Not a lot more, but I just want to be respectful there. Individual speakers shall be allowed 3 minutes to address the board on each agenda or non-agenda item. The board shall limit the total time for public input on each item to 20 minutes with board consent. The president may increase or decrease the time allowed for public presentation, depending on the topic and the number of persons wishing to be heard. In addition, the president may take a poll of speakers for or against a particular issue and may ask that the additional persons speak only if they have something new to add. Please come forward.
Hello, everybody. Good evening, board. Dr. Arra. My name is Jonathan Belloso. I am a current candidate for the Paris Union High School District Area 4, and I'm not here to promote my campaign or my race, but I'm here to just echo the voice of what I've been seeing shared on the social media space, parents' concerns, and a lot of concerns hearing feedback from the parents while canvassing. And one of those concerns relate to a very particular letter that's floating around in the interwebs. But although a lot of things were highlighted on that letter, I'm not here to mention all of those things. I want to stay on task to respect everyone's time. And that would be regarding the particular hiring of an Alfredo Adrande, if I said that correctly, excuse me. Particularly it referring to 2 board members know him personally from before his interview. And once that got around, I asked about particular opinion on what they thought of that. And the overall consensus was, well, that doesn't sound ethical. It doesn't seem ethical. And more than anything, anyone who votes for it, whether you knew him or not, brings a lot of question to character when it comes to, are there special interests involved? So, one of the biggest things that I want to demand from a board, whether it be here, a nonprofit board, or anything relates to the community or children specifically, especially when there's staff members at play, is that where is the transparency? We need to hold each other accountable. And due to the very nature of the position being a Chief Human Resource Officer position, I think it's very important to examine what that position means, what it entails, and what could come from it. I'm glad Dr. Arau mentioned equity, because when special interests are involved, we have to ask, is equity also put into danger? Is that also in the crossfire? Because when you have special interests involving a certain hire that will correlate to other hires, are those not also in question? So I just ask everyone on the board to please allow us hear what your thoughts were on this hire. Allow us to hear what your train of thought was. From those who knew him personally in the past, you know, we'd like to know, why didn't you recuse yourself from the vote? For those of you who approved it and didn't know him from the past, I still ask, why did you vote along with it without doing the proper job of questioning what is this person applying for in the beginning, and why are your other board members not doing the right thing and recusing of themselves? And that's pretty much all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you. Any more discussion?
Yeah, well, I just want to mention that I've been hearing about that a lot. It's not just social media. I actually received 2 anonymous letters to my house, which is crazy because that has never happened to me before. But they were just anonymous letters about how this seems very unethical, and it is. I don't know what your intentions were with that, but I'm just saying that it does look very unethical, and our community and staff members need to know what was the reason behind this. You know, like I really want to know that, did you guys think this was okay? Because I can just let you all know about my opinion. This person is not qualified. This person has only worked in the private sector, never in the public education sector. And what I'm more concerned is we need someone who knows this, who has been working on this for years, just so we know we have the right person for the role. And I just want to know what your positions are on this.
Any more discussion? All right, see none, please vote. Item 14.6 passes 4-1. 14.7 Personnel, Memorandum of Understanding between Paris Union High School District and the California School Employees Association and its chapter, Paris Valley number 469, regarding options of health and welfare benefits plans. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any more discussion? Or any discussion, excuse me? See none, please vote. Oh, here we go again.
Oh, it's up.
Oh, there we go. That was weird. Mr. Stafford? Oh, never mind. 14.7 is a 5-0 vote. 14.8, Personnel Board Authorization to teach in a single subject area, Education Code 44258.7, subsection B. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second? I'll second. Freezing again. Well, in the meantime, any discussion? None? We did. Yeah. Tony and myself.
Hindi. Can you come? I have one question. Is that the first one or the second one? 14.8 or 14.7? PE. 7. 14.7 is PE and 14.8. Yeah. Ethnic studies. Okay, thank you.
Are we all on 14.8?
14.8, yeah.
On the PE one? Yeah. Yeah, no, that's the same thing. A little quicker.
There it is. There we go.
Yeah, yeah.
Item 14.8 passes 5-0. 14.9, Personnel Board Authorization to Teach in a Single Subject Area per Education Code 44263. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
So my question was, the only question I had is, in the past, there'd been different discussions as to whether it was going to be a language arts teacher, social studies. So I was just curious what we decided and who would be handling it. Yeah. So all I'm asking is, Donna Good's credential, what is it?
Donna is credentialed in English Language Arts and Spanish. She carries a dual credential.
Got it. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Any more discussion? See none, please vote. Item 14.9 passes 5-0. 14.10, Building and Grounds, award of bid number 100224, Liberty High School Modular Site Work Project Phase 2, funded through various facility funds in the amount of $764,000, $950,000, not the general fund. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? See none, please vote. (1410) passes 5-0. 1411, Business, Disclosure of Collective Bargaining Agreement AB 1200 for Health and Welfare Benefit Increase for the California School Employees Association and its chapter, Paris Valley, number 469. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Oh, go ahead. Mr. Nelson, Mr. Campos. Any discussion? See none, please vote. (1411) passes 5-0. 1412, Business, Authorization for Purchase of Capital Equipment above $10,000, October 2024. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? See none, please vote. Item 1412 passes 5-0. 1413, business, authorization for purchase orders above $50,000, October 2024. Do I have a motion? I'll make the motion.
Second.
Second by Mr. Nelson. Any discussion? See none, please vote. Item 1413 passes 5-0. 15.1, curriculum, new career technical education courses under the RCOE Media Arts Pathway, RCOE Intermediate Media Arts, and RCOE Advanced Work-Based Learning. 15.2, business revolving cash report, September 2024. 15.3, board policies instruction series 5000. 15.5, board policies instruction series 6000. Item 16.1, action items. Discipline, board review of discipline matters with the removal of case number 0082825.
That's correct. Thank
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second? I'll make the second. Any discussion? What's that? 16-1. Are you good? Any discussion? All right, see none, please vote. That was mine. 16.1 passes 5-0. 17.1, closed session if necessary. Is it necessary?
Not necessary, Mr. President.
Thank you. We're not reconvening, so 19.1, other items by the superintendent.
Just two of them. One, yeah, I want to say thank you to all of you for supporting the higher education resolution. That is for the benefit of our students, so I really appreciate it. And second, thank you, Audrey, and thank you, sir, because I saw that you were passing out the cookies, and I thought, pásenla hasta acá, échensela. You were so graciously brought it here. I appreciate it, sir. And thank you, Audrey. Okay, that was it, sir.
Thank you. Item 20.1, other items by the Board of Trustees. Trustee Nelson.
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. First of all, I'd like to say that in our agenda, there was no bullet point for us to speak at the beginning of the meeting, which was abnormal. So I just wanted to bring that to somebody's attention for next month. Secondly, I did get a chance to go to the Paloma Valley homecoming game where they won. Very nice job. It was a lot of fun. The whiteout game was fun to see, and they actually got a chance to use the powder for the first time. How'd that go? It was very cool. Okay. Okay, you're not putting the kibosh on it for future. Okay, all right, that's good to hear. So it was fun to get out there and get a chance to see the homecoming game and all the festivities that go with it and everything, and see the kids, and they're super excited about it, and I really enjoyed doing that. And I'm hoping to catch a couple of volleyball games. I know we have playoffs coming up pretty soon, so I'm hoping to get a chance to get out there and see those. And that's about it. So I hope everybody has a nice Halloween, and we'll see you in November.
Trustee Vallejo. Oops. Trustee Vallejo.
One of your board members literally just asked for questions for clarity and for transparency, and that was not given on 14.6. And all I'm asking is for an explanation that the community and staff members need and that they deserve. And I'm very upset that you all don't really realize the gravity of the situation. You know, I'm letting you guys know that I have a huge concern here, and it got completely ignored. It shows there that, you know, where's the transparency? Where's the fairness that you guys say at almost every board meeting? I'm telling you that this is a really big concern, and I let you guys know, and nothing's being met yet. This is a really big concern for me, and I felt betrayed as a board member. I wasn't aware about this person being so close to two of the board members here, and it doesn't look good. It looks very unethical. It looks very bad. So I just want an explanation, and I also want the community to get that explanation as well.
Thank you. Trustee Stafford.
Yeah, Paloma Valley football game, the homecoming was very nice. I brought my granddaughter, the oldest one, and it was her first football game, or first time at the high school there. Not first time at your school, but first football game. That was very nice. Congratulations to Heritage High School, FFA. I worked with them when I was there at Heritage for many years. Nutrition Services, thank you so much for your samples of your food today. It really, I had a chance to eat over at Heritage when we visited a few weeks ago, and it's very good. And I see that the kids are eating more than they used to, so that's a good thing to see. And I understand all the standards that you have to meet with the federal standards and the nutrition, so that's really hard to meet and to get all your supplies and to be able to do that. So I really appreciate that. Bless you. And that's all I have for today. Hopefully I can get out more in the coming week. I see we have some more homecomings, and hopefully we'll see you then. Okay, thank you.
Hold on, point of order, please. Point of order. Continue on.
I'm done. That's no further comment.
Thank you, Trustee Campos.
I want to start first by thanking Maribel. Thank you for kind of filling in the gaps past couple months, without the HRD. So we really appreciate everything you've done. I think the staff has done a great job in kind of filling in where we needed to fill in, and it does seem like everybody's doing their part to do that. I want to thank Helen for sharing the information about the PD Day. I know that was something, and also Jason earlier with PSCA. I know it was one of the things that kind of we had heard a lot about, and we wanted to make sure that that's what we're doing. We're trying to provide you guys with, and I hope people understand that we're trying to do things from the bottom up. We're trying to make sure that we're hearing from people on the ground and that they're listening, and then you're sharing that information so that we can make sure that those days are useful days, because I know sometimes they could be days where you're just like, well, I had so many other things, more productive things. And it's not to say that we can't learn stuff, but sometimes, you can learn stuff in 20 minutes, and it doesn't take a whole day to do that. So I'm glad to hear that it was a great PD Day, and we're moving forward on that. And I will address Ms. Vallejo's comment. I know for me, when you think about the private and the public sector, for me, I'm not opposed to hiring someone from outside, because I think one of the issues in public education sometimes is that we're hiring all a bunch of people who think the same. If you're hiring a bunch of educators and everybody's in the same boat, you can't think outside of the box. And so I know for me, depending on the position, obviously there's certain credentials that you got to have in order to be a teacher. I get that. But at the same time, the more and more that I network, the more and more that I start to meet people from the private sector who are entrepreneurial and who do things on their own, I'm extremely impressed with what they do, because they think outside of the box. They have a different way of approaching a situation, a task. And I know sometimes, when it's me and I'm with a bunch of other teachers, we sometimes tend to not think outside of the box. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. Sometimes we think like crazy outside of the box. We hope and dream, but then we think about, hey, there's no money, and you can't do that. But so I know for me in the process of selecting the position, that's one of the things that I did consider, that I thought it was one of the things that I really liked about the candidate. The other thing too is I didn't hear of any of this. So to me, it's kind of like, okay, we have a process, we've hired a firm, and that firm selected candidates. There was a vetting process. It went through, the proper channels that we have that we've hired for every other position. And so for me, I don't feel bad or guilty, or I don't feel like that we weren't transparent, because I know that we were presented with candidates. There was a list that was sifted through, like I said, vetted, and then we were presented with candidates. And obviously we felt that the best candidate was selected. And so I don't apologize for that. As a matter of fact, I want the community to understand and to know that I think we hired the right person. Again, I don't know what was going on out in the community. I didn't get any letters. I didn't get any information. I just know that I had a job to do, and I believe that I selected the right candidate for that position, and I fulfilled my obligation to the community and to this seat. So that's it. I hope you guys have a great night.
Thank you. Before I go into mine, I also want to address partial of your question. As you know, going through the same training that we all go through, we can't respond to the community be violating of the Brown Act. That's why we're quiet. You know that, we know that, but I feel that you keep attacking board members in general for a political statement. I understand you're running for city council. I respect that, and I wish you the best of luck. But I don't think this is the place for you to constantly attack us. Have you been in the past, like you have in the past few months? In regards to any other questions, the question was asked in closed session, and I'm probably going to get in trouble because I'm talking about closed session. Why didn't you bring it up? I'll tell you the truth. Didn't cross my mind. I haven't talked to this person in a long time. We all got, excuse me, please don't interrupt. We got presented with the candidates for the final approval, and that's what that was. They go through a process. Now, in regards to Paris District, I want to acknowledge the Sheriff's Department. Thank you for a job well done. I know you guys don't always get recognized, and I make it a point to say thank you for all your hard work. We appreciate you, and we appreciate the fact that you put your life on the line, and it has tremendous value to us. We respect you, and thank you, sir. Anytime. I want to say congratulations to every rave recipient. You guys are doing a fantastic job. And we, you know, if the whole district could get acknowledged, that's what it should be. Everyone on a daily basis. Keep up the good work. We can't function without each other. Dr. Tejeda, congratulations. That's big news. That is huge. I'm glad you reached out to Mr. Takano. You know, that's, yeah, CMI, that's a huge project that we're working on. You know, hopefully everything starts falling into place and you all can see the results of all the hard work that we're putting into putting CMI back on the map and CMI on the map for the city of Paris to bring more people into our community as well. Gosh, there's so many things that have been going on this past month. You know, everybody's going to events, you know, showing your face. I appreciate that. The kids appreciate that. I know you've been having meals every day. You know, I think you should be recognized for having meals with the students. No, not like that. No, Dr. Rouse is spending quality time with our students, and I think that's vital. I think, you know, when you go and break bread with someone, you know, walls get torn down, barriers get torn down, and you get to hear their concerns and their needs. And actually saying that, I'd like to extend breaking bread with you two. You know, you guys, you have questions I'd love to answer. I don't mind engaging in civil conversation. Appreciate that. And actually, that's all I have written down. Other than that, you guys okay if we move on with the next agenda item? Yeah? All right. So item 21.1 is adjournment of the regular meeting of the Board of Trustees for October 16, 2024. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? See none, please vote. All right, 21.1 passes 5-0. At 7:51, we are adjourned.